Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and enemies, Pokemon players, Yu-Gi-Oh players, Bakugan players, people who play with Transformers, Gundam, Joe and Manny, I'm looking at you guys. Welcome to Inside the PFL, Season 12, Week 1. We're here, and I'm joined, as I am ever always, by Mike.
Hi, and I like how in your thing, Fortnite players aren't allowed. We don't let Fortnite players in.
No,
if you play Fortnite, get out.
That's actually a rule. we actually don't let Fortnite players play in our league. So like, if you're trying to be a part of the PFL, you have to like uninstall Fortnite like immediately.
It's worth it. We have good times here.
Yeah,
much better times than you'd have on Fortnite.
Yeah, 100%. And much more important, wins and losses. So
yeah,
it is week 1. We got a whole lot of battles to get through today. We also have a special guest, which we will reveal sometime later in the video. Our first special guest.
We actually specialist guest.
Yeah, we got one for week 1. I think season 11 we didn't have one until like week 3 or 4 or something. But we started off strong. Season 11 was the
beta. Yeah. That was the PFL beta.
So what is
we're
this?
We're in launch now.
Oh, we're in launch.
We are live now.
Oh man. Oh geez, that's a lot of pressure. But that's okay. So starting right off the bat, the first battle of the season, and it's funny because like it's my battle. I get to talk about my battle.
Not only is it your battle, it's your battle against Mitch.
It's my battle against Mitch.
Two of my favorite things.
So not only do we get my perspective, you get your terribly cynical perspective.
See, I'm trying to not be as cynical, but like this match proves a good point about his team, and I'll get there when we get there. But like, I'm not trying to be super cynical against Mitch. I'm gonna try and turn a new leaf, but watching him lose is still great.
Definitely. Well, let's get right into it because this game, while it starts off relatively momentum heavy, it gets dragged into the mud a tiny bit.
Right into the mud. Okay. And quote, this might take a while.
This might take a while, yes. I start off with a little bit of Archeops. I like Archeops. Cool lead, 100% intact focus sash.
Super fast.
Oh yeah, and I think I have rocks. I don't want to get up rocks in case he gyro balls. Like I'm not ready to be down to 1%.
Yeah.
I switch into my dudes. There's my man from last season. I miss Amoonguss so much. I really do.
Does it make you sad that Amoonguss almost took you down to it took you down to the very end?
It did. I knew I couldn't break Amoonguss as soon as Arcanine and Archeops, both my arcs, just happened to go down.
Yeah.
And then I did I had a gyro ball with Fortress at one point, and it did 13%, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna kill Amoonguss.
No. Oh god, I love Blissey. So big.
Yeah, and I thought Blissey was really, really important against Mitch because I knew he had...
This is the pause.
Right here.
Today I learned defog doesn't get rid of your own screens.
Yes,
it gets rid of everything else on your side of the field and your opponent's screens. Yes. But not your screens.
But not your own screens, which is really, really cool. Now, if only defog didn't get rid of your hazards as well. Wouldn't that be something?
Right. That's why I'm confused as why does it keep your screens there?
I think that might just make Rapid Spin irrelevant.
I prefer Rapid Spin.
I prefer Rapid Spin too because I like keeping my hazards. But if defog didn't get rid of your own hazards, I'd probably prefer defog.
Yeah. That evasion down if you're running some hustle. Anyways.
Or like Hydro Pump or anything that can miss.
Yeah.
And I didn't prep for Toxicroak at all. I don't know why. Maybe I just didn't even see it on the team card. But Toxicroak showed up, and I was like, wait a minute. I have nothing to hit this thing. I was like, I really don't know what to do here. I was actually really lucky that I woke up that turn. Because I'm pretty sure it was
RNG wore you down, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a 2-turn wake. Maybe a 1-turn. I have no idea. But I knew I had a sash. I knew I was going to be okay. So even if he suck punched me, I would be able to kill him with dual wing beat, which is why I go for it. And Bronzong comes in. Eats that because I wanted Bronzong, frankly. It was one of the mons I was looking at.
He's definitely running Levitate too. He wouldn't need to run Heat Proof in the rain. That's overkill.
No, definitely not. But Mitch has a super focused rain team.
See, now I don't think that that's very good to have.
And not that I would agree with it. I think that Rain is very, very powerful, but he has a lot of mons that sort of semi-capitalize off Rain. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really, like, go
Dry skin,
super hard in the Rain.
Dry skin Toxicroak.
And that's good, but Toxicroak isn't necessarily bulky either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He semi-capitalizes on it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. I love this Z Sunny Day play.
So,
by
yeah,
the way.
what I actually want to say about this Z Sunny Day is I was praying at that moment. I was hoping he would go into Pelipper, proc the Drizzle, because he wanted to eat like a Flare Blitz, and then I would switch the weather, so you would be forced to switch out one more time and have something go down.
Oh boy, that would have been...
I was hoping, but Manectric came in and...
dies.
Manectric dies.
And then Mitch had the genius idea, Dirt, get rid of the Rain, and Mike went, Arcanine has Wild Charge.
Yes, and I'm at 1.5 speed. Now, I ran Z Sunny Day because I know how much the PFL loves Scarf Pelipper. Because we love it for some reason. So I was like, I need to be faster. Like, I'm going to get scalded in the rain, and I'm going to just lose my Arcanine because somebody's going to run a Scarf. And if anybody's going to run a Scarf, it's going to be Mitch.
You get... That's a lot of damage that's resisted right there.
Barraskewda's freaking... Barraskewda was a problem this game.
And the defense down too, like, oof.
Yeah, that didn't... Honestly, RNG kind of didn't work in my favor. Like, I was going to die to another one anyway, but he does get 2 defense downs on Blissey at one point. Like, in a row. I think Blissey comes out right here. I'm like, yeah, Blissey can absolutely eat. He goes for... I go for Protect. He goes for another Liquidation. I'm trying to burn Turns of Rain. And then his next Liquidation gives me a defense down. And then I think the Liquidation after that might also... Or no. The one after that, because I Wish Protect here.
No, I can't... The defense down alone is what made me go, oh, because that's what kind of screwed you with the being able to stall him out.
Yeah.
You got the defense down on Blissey, and it was just, oh, okay, now I can't take these.
Yeah, because it happens again. And I'm like, I'm like, okay, well, now I need to switch into something else. And I guess my only option at that point was I was just going to Protect and be like, I'm good, haha.
But the problem with Mitch's team, I think, relying so heavily on Rain is now you got rid of his Rain Setter. Now this game is just him losing.
Yeah, as soon as the Rain was done with Barraskewda, I knew I just needed to stall out Rain for long enough to just kind of, make Barraskewda not as fast. Because I knew Regieleki could come in and just Thunderbolt.
Well, wasn't Regieleki faster anyway?
No, I mean, only Scarf Regieleki is faster than Barraskewda in Swift Swim. Because Barraskewda's like one... Oh my god, what is it? It's like is it 123? That might be its attack stat. Its speed might be like
it's
136 or something. It might be really fast.
It's dumb fast, I remember that.
I'm lucky I lived a Flare Blitz, or a Sucker Punch right there. I go for the Flare Blitz.
Yeah, you are.
Toxicroak gets out of my face. And then
I think it's at this point too where Barraskewda is pretty much, it can't come in anymore. Like we see pretty much die as soon as.
And you know what's funny is that's why I got up the second layer of spikes, because I thought, oh, Barraskewda will just take 2 layers of spikes and rocks and die. But then eventually Barraskewda comes in, and then it lives on like 2%. And I was like, that could have been a problem.
Yeah, you're lucky you hit an attacking move there.
Yeah, I know. If I didn't click Seismic Toss when I did, it could have been really, really bad.
This was a problem for you too, because you needed him to Spore, not Blissey.
Yeah, because Blissey kept switching out, and like he can Spore anything else he wants.
Yeah, but if you can lock, like, if you Spored Fortress, you were good to go.
Yeah. Because he can't really touch Fortress anyway, like unless he had HP Fire. And at one point in this match, I say, like, depending on your 4th move, like, this could go a really long time. Like, if he had Leech Seed, but swapping between, like, Blissey and Fortress with Wish and Protect and, like, whatever, could have been actually driven into the mud. It could have been ridiculous.
Or you needed to get, like, screens up and then get Keldeo when they're clean.
Yep, and look how much this Giga Drain does. Regieleki's paper.
Right?
Like, I knew that, but I
don't
what
think you get for being so fast.
Yeah, I don't think I really knew how paper Regieleki is, but he's got worse defensive stats than, like, an NFE mod. Like, he's 80-50-50 with no, like, Eviolite, no investment. Like, that's really paper.
and you jumped on him quick.
Yup. Frame 1, dude. He's going to come in handy, and if he doesn't, I'm going to drop him. That's okay.
Hey, how do you think I feel about Rillaboom?
Yep, there you go. Well, Rillaboom's, I think, better than Regieleki, because...
Rillaboom is a great Pokemon. I don't like it in my division right now, but we'll get there.
And that's fair. Depending on divisions, like, I think Regieleki actually isn't good in my division either. I think there's a lot of ground types and walls and, miscellaneous things like that. I think it was good versus this team, but...
Yes, it completely shuts down Mitch, who you have to play twice, which is useful. Well, now you only have to play him one more time.
Yeah. I guess I'm glad he didn't get the poison. I don't think it really matters.
No.
I don't think we ever figured out what his fourth move was.
I don't think he showed it.
It was Spore, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and I don't know what else it was.
Probably something not helpful to him, I guess.
But basically, we just kind of seismic tossed him a couple times. I'm glad it wasn't... I don't think this thing gets Leech Seed. It might.
Amoonguss, rather?
Does it?
I'm gonna look that up. I'm fairly sure it does, though.
Because that was what I thought the move might be. I thought it might be Synthesis or Leech Seed. And I was like, if he has either of those, then, like, this could really, really be taking a long time.
It does not.
Yeah, I didn't think it did.
No Leech Seed.
But if it had Synthesis, it would have taken much, much longer. But, yeah, the game kind of got dragged into the mud. But overall, I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty fine. I think that the Rain Barraskewda was easily the most threatening thing. Like, Liquidation.
I know what his fourth move was.
You know what?
His fourth move was?
Was it Stomping Tantrum?
It was Rain Dance.
Wait, really?
He gets Rain Dance, dude.
Did he tell you it was Rain Dance, or are you just guessing?
Looking at the move list, like, when I told you took down his Rain guy and that was it, like, I mean, he had a lot of chances to get the Rain up, but Barraskewda still couldn't win him the game, I don't think.
I don't know. If the Rain was up for 4 turns and he was able to kill, like, Blissey on one of those turns with, like, a crit or something,
yeah.
Everything else dropped to 1 or 2 liquidations. Fortress dropped to 2.
Better have been Rain Dance.
Keldeo and Regieleki died to 1 more. But
could have been Stomping Tantrum.
Yeah, despite the +4, it was a much closer game than it looks like it was.
Yes.
Because definitely at the end, I was very nervous about Barraskewda running through my team.
You got the good win.
Yeah, which wasn't the best win of my division, unfortunately. But we'll get there. Not in the next battle, but now we're going to the next battle, so stick with us, guys.
Moving on, right along. Oh boy, I loved this game.
Oh, this game was crazy.
Thomas played outstandingly well for 95% of this game, and then made one decision that put Jack right back in it.
You know, it's funny because, like, I was very, very scared of Drax's team, but he didn't bring any of the things that I was scared of to this battle.
I mean, Thomas looked at Drax's team and went, fuck, Lando outspeeds everything.
Yep.
I'm going to bring a normal fly.
Yeah, and it worked so well. So I'm just going to play it because there are a lot of turns of just...
A lot of them. This is a long game.
Fly. Yeah, this was a really long game because I don't think anything started dying until, like...
What was his Magnezone item? I don't think we ever find out.
I gotta believe it was, it's probably a Scarf, maybe?
Love the Mudshot.
Mudshot, great idea. Great idea.
No, Fly, great idea.
Well, because, I mean, I had Vikavolt last season, and speaking of... I love that he named his Audino after me.
Hey, look, it's Jim.
Hey, look, it's me. Goodbye. See you later. But I had Vikavolt last season, and I ran HP Ground, and I was, like, missing out on HP Ice. I totally didn't even realize this thing got Mudshot. Like, I didn't even think about that being an option. Because it's basically the same thing. It's, like, 55 base power or something like that.
This game is just Thomas clicking buttons and Drac having to deal with Thomas's button clicks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's one of the main issues of having a Trick Room team is yes, you have speed in Crobat, but everything else is getting outsped by like a average speed Pokemon.
And Lando is not something that you want to have outspeed your whole team.
No, Lando's base like 91. You know, like that's not very fast. Like you gotta get the Trick Room up.
I mean, Crobat outspeeds him, but the Intimidate after that.
Yeah,
and you're not going to get the kill with the Aqua Jet unless you have a Swords Dance or two.
Like, yeah, exactly. These crit Volt Switches matter a lot. That might be specs, huge. Honestly.
It might have been specs analytic.
It could have been specs analytic. Although, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, we said it, that Thomas was just going to pivot everywhere. Pivot.
He's got the regen core. He's got the U-turns. He's got the teleports. I think we see a teleport here after he U-turns. Or maybe it's a Scald. Maybe it's a Toxic. Actually, oh no, is it Future Sight? Somebody goes for Future Sight this game. Nope, just a Scald. Kyle went for Future Sight with his Galarian Slowking, I think. I'm pretty sure. And I think he gets burned here. Yup, and that's killer.
Just Thomas is he's just playing well.
Yep. None of Thomas's mons are below half health.
Nope. And they just keep getting more full.
Yeah, and Magnezone is just going to wall the ever-loading crap out of Crobat unless it has Heat Wave.
There's nothing stopping Thomas from just hitting electric moves in Drac's face. Like, he has nothing for it.
And honestly, I'm impressed that Volt Switch didn't do... Honestly, that can't be specs damage.
No.
68.1. I guess he roosted. I don't know. We'll have to ask him what it is.
I love how this whole game was also us waiting for Thomas to do the thing, and then when he finally does the thing, it's so anticlimactic.
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
I hate Wish, by the way. I hate it so much. I never know if it's going to go off if the Pokemon dies, because sometimes it does, and then sometimes it doesn't.
Does it go off right now?
Yes.
It does. Oh, weird.
Wish. I fucking hate it.
My wish came true.
The miss on the paint. Oh my god. Fucking getting beat by normal Fly is the trollsiest shit Thomas could have done.
Yeah, definitely. And you know that wasn't, like, on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I guess Fly could also stall out turns of Trick Room.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was on purpose. I think Thomas went, fuck protect. I'm just gonna sit up in the air where he can't hit me.
I mean, if that was his, like, thought process, then kudos, because, like, I wouldn't have thought of that. Like, that's freaking genius. The Supersonic Side Strike happens on 27% Crobat, and that's just embarrassing. That's a gone Crobat. And
I'm at the team cards right now. I need to see something.
Yeah. I think there was a certain point at this game where I thought that Drac was going to get 6-0'd. I thought it was like a very clear 6-0, but Crawdaunt kind of drags it back.
Wow, Thomas got very lucky that Stacks didn't come.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Earthquake would have tore through it, but like that would have taken the Fly. But besides that, Drac has no resist to flying rather. He has Stacks. He has Stacks. Everything else on his team, does Dragon resist flying?
No.
Okay, yeah. I don't see a single flying resistance with minus Stack Attacker. And he 4x resists. God. And Thomas can just hit normal Fly on his whole team.
I think that going forward, Drac's one of those players, he's going to be like, I'm going to try this team out again. You know, see if it, like, works. But he's going to make adjustments. Because he's not the one to, like, take, you know, a Fly with 10 of his Pokemon, either neutrally or super effectively. Like, he's going to find
I beat him with Prankster one week, and he knows everything about Prankster inside and out, okay?
Yep.
Ever since I did that, like, he will forever remember. There's the play that Thomas threw the game away, or at least threw his big old win away because he tried to Prankster a Dark type.
Yep. And then, the Dragon Dance on the Crawdaunt was able to take out the Grimmsnarl. And this is sad. He doesn't even Mega Evolve. He only gets 4 hits off of base 125 attack. Now he's got base 180 attack, but it doesn't matter because the dude's flying. Yep. And you gotta let him go because you only have 3 Pokemon. You know, who's your win con? It's Crawdon. You got to bring Crawdon in. Oh, nope, you bring Vikavolt in because he's got HP Ice. Never mind.
And up we go.
Yep, and oops. I guess Vikavolt's gonna die too.
And it's gone.
Yeah, and now Crawdon has to drag the entire game back. Which, honestly, I thought might be possible.
Small chance.
I thought there was a small chance it happened.
Surprised Thomas didn't hit Fake Out first. He might not have had it.
I'm surprised that a +1 Crawdon outspeed that Mienshao. Like,
Yeah.
what was that Mienshao's investment? Because Mienshao's based like 1.
Probably not a lot. When you're going up
maybe?
against a Trick Room team, do you really use speed investments, or do you just run bulky kits and hope you live?
Yeah, that's true too. He gets another one up. Unbelievable.
This Toxic really is Thomas's only play,
Yep.
and it took Thomas from a +5 to a +2.
I mean, honestly, like, yes, it took him from a +5 to a +2, but it also won him the game.
Oh, no. Like, the Toxic was the play. Like, he had to do it. It's just...
It just hurts.
sucks.
It hurts that you come that close to getting like a +5 or a +6, and then all of a sudden you're dragged down to a +2 because this Crawdon just cannot stop going off in your face.
Correct.
Like, Crawdon was
I was
what?
actually surprised he didn't just keep... keep Lando alive, switch, let something die, go back into Lando, and just keep intimidating it into the ground.
Yeah, for real. Is Crawdon the king of the kill? Crawdon's like number 2, right?
No, there's 2 Mons with 5. It's Gardevoir, and I can't remember who the other one is.
Oh.
Oh, Excadrill. I think James just
Oh, yeah,
fucking
James is
murdered with Excadrill.
Right, but despite the +2, it was a very, very dominating game from Thomas. Definitely
really
coming
was.
out of the gates swinging.
Coming out hot.
I mean, that regen core plus analytic volt switch Magnezone plus Lando T. Like, he's got the Dragon Fairy Steel. He's got the Intimidate user. He's got a regen core. He's got Prankster Screens. What can this man not do?
Yeah, he came out. It was a very good showing. That's faux show.
Yeah, I mean, in our team recap or whatever, like, we said that Thomas's team was so scary, and I think this game just proved it a little bit more.
Yeah, he's gonna pivot in your face, and then he's gonna do Lando things.
Yep, and he's just
And
gonna
Lando
fly.
things are scary, and guess what? I have to face it twice.
Yep,
Twice.
2 separate times. Isn't that great when you get past it once and then you're like, wait a minute, I have to do this again in 5 weeks? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, into the next battle. Oh, yeah. What a battle this one was.
What's the battle? It was Manus we were trying to find Manus' strategy, and I think Manus' strategy was just draft a solid team, not like a rain core or a blah 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 core, just 11 mons that are good.
This is a very weird assortment of 6 Pokemon on Manny's side of the field. Like, none of them really like fit together.
I mean, he's got a special attacker. He's got a bunch of physicals. He's got 2 big, thick boys. Like, I think it's the makings of an actual team. I don't agree. I mean, staring down Garchomp and Tapu Koko is not a fun goddamn time.
Yeah. I mean it more in the sense that, like, there's no dragon, there's no steel, there's no fire, water, grass, like, there's no poison type. There's only,
He ran the opposite spectrum. We've got a ground, a fairy. Like, I like it.
Yeah, no, I definitely respect it. And he sniped Granbull from me. So that's one thing.
Granbull was on my radar too. I like the Intimidate wish plays.
I mean, obviously the best 40-point fairy type. Hands
As
down.
everybody towards the end of the draft panicked and tried to get a fairy for 40
I was
points.
thinking about drafting Mime Jr. because I wanted a fairy type so bad, but Spectrier, obviously kind of crazy. Galarian Zapdos kind of crazy. We see Spectrier go off a little bit in this battle. A little bit.
Yeah, there was definitely no safe answer for Spectrier on Dave's side.
Yeah, and what was it that something kind of surprised me here? I think that 18%...
Garchomp taking no damage from this play rough.
Oh yeah, that exactly was it. 31%, and all of a sudden you guys are sitting at even HP.
That should have... I can't believe that wasn't the Rough Skin Rocky Helmet Garchomp, because I love that build. I drafted that thing first for like 3 seasons in a row and locked it to that build and did well with it.
It's super sick. And he gets iron-headed and flinched. Who knows what Manny went for?
Nobody.
Who even knows?
Probably Wish.
I just goes for
Oh,
play
no,
rough.
play
And
rough.
honestly, I'm
No,
surprised that didn't kill either. That's
That's a
kind
lot
of
of
crazy.
damage.
That must
Yeah,
be a
Coach Hunt's
defensive
taking
gamble.
hits.
I feel like a play rough like with max attack investment would kill that Garchomp 100% of the time. That was probably like a defensive Gramble or something like that.
And this is switch something in here to die.
And it hangs on, which is just so crazy. Manny's spreads must be absurd. Because there's no way that Meowstic lives a Shadow Ball from a Spectrier. Like, without that Spectrier being like 252 HP, 252 speed. Like, there's no way, right?
This Bolton was built to take down that Meowstic. Can't T-Wave it. Psychic Fangs in 3, 2, 1. Like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I love that 39% like neutral hit does more to that Tapu Koko than the Play Rough did to the Garchomp. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. But this is the second season, I think, in a row that Manny had Boltund.
I love Bolton. What a man.
Do you like him?
Yeah, so good.
I think he's ugly.
I am in the 1% here.
I was like, I hate him. He's just like, I mean, he is better Luxray, to be fair.
Really though.
But Hitmonlee, we see Dave use a throat chop Hitmonlee. I don't know if that's specifically for anything, because yeah, but Hitmonlee gets knockoff though. That's what I don't get.
I don't know.
You know, like
I got nothing.
I thought it was like because of a sound Pokemon that Manny might have, and I was like, that's kind of heat, but.
You know, looking at the Mons on Dave's team, I'm surprised Manus didn't go right for getting rocks up.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Tentacruel does very, very little this game. Tentacruel hasn't even, like, swapped in.
Yeah, Tentacruel does pretty much nothing. I'm surprised it didn't have a defensive build, or is he special defensive?
Tentacruel's especially defensive.
Oh, that's why it didn't come in to fight Pound Town.
Yep. Also, it'll just die to an Earthquake immediately. It's got, like, base 65 defense, 70 defense, something like that. Okay. It's not super good.
Because really though, this whole game was just Pound Town getting in Dave's way.
Dude,
he couldn't.
We were talking about it. Hippowdon doesn't make any sense on this team. Like, all it does is just a little bit of chip damage to everything, including everything on Manny's side of the field.
But it did do stuff. It got in the way. It did exactly what it needed to do.
Yeah, this is true.
It literally just solved this, Dave, and he had a hard time solving it.
I mean, Pidgeot lives on 1, dies to the Sandstorm, and that kills Pidgeot in itself. Like, that could have been a kill on Zapdos, could have been a kill, I think, on Licky Licky, probably not Spectrier, but that little bit of Sandstorm chip damage definitely, like, changed certain turns in this game.
Because he misses the T-Wave.
Because you see Dave in the chat, he goes, GG, you know, like he knows that Pidgeot dying was it. Now he knows that Galarian Zapdos just comes in and does it. Or Spectrier comes in and does it.
Oh, Pidgeot was probably one of his good switches for Spectrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like, Pidgeot's going to take what? Like, a Dark Pulse? A Snarl, maybe? Like...
And then I also like how Dave didn't give a fuck that Hurricane misses more in the sand because he just had no guard anyway.
He really didn't care. I love that. I love that. No guard Hurricane. What a great Mega Pidgeot is.
Really though, unless rocks are up.
Unless rocks are up, then it's probably a little bit overrated. But that's okay. And we see it happen. Licky Licky's just out here tossing boys, wishing
Just
up,
getting in the way.
Getting that health
He
back.
has a couple mons to get in the way, and then a couple mons to poke holes.
That's really all you need, because we see it happen. You know, like the ends of games. You know, we've seen a lot of wish passing. Like the end of my game was just stay alive, make sure nothing bad can happen. Just keep wishing. You know, wear them down, keep tossing, keep seismic tossing, to get them out of the way. Like, keep that plus, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because how much did he take from like Volt Switch? Like a T-Bolt does 31 in electric terrain. Like that's kind of crazy.
He's so fat. I think he only goes down to a +2 due to RNG here. Yep.
Oh yeah. I was like, I don't even remember like what that plus was looking like.
I remember it was a +2.
Yeah, the paralysis definitely had something to do with that.
I'm telling you, man, RNG was everywhere this week.
And a Shadow Ball, and that's the game. 35 turns. Definitely
didn't hit the field.
Yeah, he didn't. Definitely a very, very interesting game. Like Manny's team comp just seems all over the place, but like it kind of worked out. Definitely really good building for Dave's team, I think.
Yeah, out of this week, I definitely like it. Pound Town definitely. We were all like, "Why Pound Town?" And this week, just cause it's just there.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Manny to like pick up like Sand Slash or something like some low key Sand Rusher.
I wish Sand Slash didn't suck. I love Sand Slash.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's so bad.
He's so terrible. Yeah, in a league with Spectrier and Galarian Zapdos and Tapu Koko, Sand Slash just doesn't cut it. It just doesn't. But yeah, no, a decent +2 with the new toys. We've been talking. This entire week has just been new toy syndrome.
Not for me. This week for me was old toy syndrome.
Old toy syndrome. Well, I like that. We will get there. But first, we got to get through the next battle. So, into the next one. Oh, wait. It is you.
Oh. Well,
never mind. I guess we're just going to watch your battle. Sure, that's fine.
So, this game was old toy syndrome.
This is old toy syndrome, yep.
I used Gardevoir to beat a rain team with Mega Marstomp once before. I made the opponent rage quit. He is no longer in this. I don't think he rage quit, actually. I just remember him typing in the chat, "How fast is this boy?"
I absolutely love that play. I absolutely love the just idea of just, nope, sorry. Like, I love the rain now. Like, I love it.
This match had a lot of ups and downs for me.
All right, so
a lot of ups and downs.
I'm gonna hit the play button, and I'm gonna I'm gonna turn the music off.
I want you to know that, spoilers, I had 0 answers for Munchlax, except for this. This was it.
And you know what's funny is that he swapped in Munchlax. Like, that could have very easily been tricked to Mr. Wait, no. Oh, that was turn 1 trick. Oh, never mind.
That was turn 1 trick.
That's crazy.
I had no answers to stop the Toxic Stall. I'm very lucky that sticky barb trick happened.
Yeah. Well, okay, well, he started with Mr. Rhyme. Like, you could have very easily tricked that sticky barb to Mr. Rhyme and then not had the ability to, like, get that Eevee, off of Munchlax.
Well, I could have tricked again later in the match.
You could have tricked again. Like, definitely,
yes,
definitely.
But you're right. I don't think I had knockoff anywhere. Like, that was going to be a problem.
But from the get-go, like, if he wasn't taking sticky barb chip every single turn, 12%, Munchlax would have been a much larger problem than he was.
Did you know that right here I thought I had a 6-0 sweep?
I thought you had a 6-0 sweep too. After the second D-Dance, depending on your set, I thought you were going to win. Because if you had Fire Blasted, if you have like Fire Blast or something.
Fire Punch even? No,
Fire Punch,
if he didn't crit me here. The crit mattered.
Did it matter?
Oh, I believe so. I don't think he would have OHKO'd me.
Yeah,
because he was a defensive spread, he told me. He said that he was a defensive.
Oh, if he was defensive, that definitely mattered. Yeah, and that's
I got tilted. I'm not gonna lie, like, that sent me into a half tilt.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like, something like that happening on turn 8 of a battle, it does such a blow to your morale. You're like, all right, like, I'm down a Pokemon, even though I played, like, pretty much perfectly to this point because of something the game decided.
Yep. It's the game we play, though.
Yeah, definitely. But you just kind of got to, like, you know, swallow that and just be like, yep, like, I have to just play well. I have to play a Mon down. Like, one of my win cons is gone, even though it could have popped off.
I would have lost to Ice Shard while I was behind a sub, but regardless.
Also, I thought this was going to be, like, the moment. I thought QD Masquerain was ridiculous. I thought if you went for a Bug Buzz there...
I didn't have it, honestly.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Or I thought that Buzzwole was coming in, one of those two things.
Did you have, what was it, Air Slash, Webs,
Oh, I had Air Slash
QD?
Giga Drain, Webs, and QD.
Giga Drain for Swampert, I see.
Yeah, and just recovery.
Gotcha. He still saves Munchlax, which I just don't know about. Taking damage. Well, Frog King, he kind of eats it.
Yeah, but that's damage that comes back to help me later. I think he forgot that I had Jellicent in the back pocket for that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, these two sort of wall each other. Jellicent obviously walls Politoed a little bit more than Politoed walls Jellicent.
Yes. That 42 was huge on that Zapdos.
Yeah, that's an offensive Zapdos if I have to guess.
Yeah. Oh boy. And here's another. This is actually why I typed the GG. This miss just tilted me even more.
Oh, the Willow right here?
Oh my god, dude. Like a book, I read this dude, and then, nope.
High horsepower. That's because of your Rillaboom.
He expected, no, it's a ground move. He expected me to go anywhere but there.
No. I mean, I'm saying he's running high horsepower instead of Earthquake because high horsepower doesn't get
I see what you're saying.
nerfed by grassy terrain. So that was him building for Rillaboom, expecting Rillaboom to be here.
And now I'm the Swift Swimmer.
Yeah, now you're fast. I'm the Swift Swimmer now.
And honestly, drafting Gardevoir won me this game.
Comfortmon hits the field. Comfortmon's just throwing out crazy things with the Signal Beam. I didn't even know this thing got Signal Beam.
Gardevoir gets every move. I love it.
The Moonblast kills. Insane.
It was just...
What is your item?
Assault Vest.
Your AV. You were AV? That's so crazy. I thought you might have been like Expert Belt. like not
I
AV.
should have run Expert Belt, but no, I ran Assault Vest. I did not think that I thought his fourth move was Swords Dance, and I was about to get rolled.
Yeah, that could have been a possibility. I mean, you didn't really have anything to deal with it, unless like,
right.
I don't know. Does Nihilego get Psychic maybe?
If it did, I didn't bring it.
Okay.
And it's not even that, it's just he was going to be one up with a Beast Boost, because I think he's weak to Rock now, or does Fighting Resist Rock?
Fighting Resist Rock.
Oh, well, I still would have hit it with a Power Meteor Beam, and it would have died, so...
Yeah, you're right. It probably would have just collapsed. Yeah, and you hit him with the GGs on turn 29, and
I didn't think I was going to solve this.
And everybody in chat was like, why is Mike saying GG? Like, he's in advantage state right now. Like, he's winning. Like, wait a minute. And yeah.
I was so hyped for this play, too.
And
Get the fuck out of my face.
So close, 11%.
And I'm faster, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. And now you're like, nope, sorry, I'm going to be stronger. Swampy.
And I still have to leave.
Swampy comes through.
And then more like a book.
And that's an obvious sack. Get the Intimidate off.
That wasn't a sack. I knew that he was going to hit the ground move.
Oh.
Some 4x to it.
Lebo, you got... Everybody's neutral to water. You gotta hit the water move.
Yeah, it's super effective against Nihilego too.
Yeah, like it kills Nihilego. Like you should just do it.
And then from here, he just couldn't do anything. All of his mons just started to fall over.
Yep. And it's really beautiful. Just a Gardevoir in the rain, killing everything in its path. This is honestly, this is what Lebo gets for drafting Weather for like the 8th time in a row.
Yeah, you should hear my strategy for if he decides to bring Venusaur against me, because I have a crazy strategy for that too.
I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait. But yeah, no, like if your team is centered around rain, I mean, obviously he has 2 weathers, but like if your team's centered around weather, like Trace Gardevoir would work either way.
So Venusaur and Gardevoir speed tie, he said.
Oh, they are both base 80, aren't they? Wow.
And they are both stab super effective against the other one.
Well, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, live and die.
Live and die.
Yeah, but a very solid +2. Despite Flygon dying, you got a couple really good moments that absolutely just turned the tide in your favor.
Yeah. He overprepped for Rillaboom a lot too, and the way I look at it is no matter what team I bring, or what team he brings, Rillaboom's gonna die, because if he gets hit by a Hurricane from Zapdos, I'm fucked. If he gets hit by the Bug move from Buzzwole, I'm gonna die. Like, it's just, he can't come here. Rillaboom was not in this game.
See, like, I don't know. I look at this team and I think that Rillaboom's not bad. I don't think he's great. But looking at Mega Swampert, I'm like, yeah, I could use a Grassy Glide. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just being able to go first is great, but like he's got so many good answers. He's got Ice Shard from Mr. Rhyme. Like he's also got super effective moves. And I was really worried about Zapdos hitting 100% Hurricanes in my face.
But I mean, the build you did bring absolutely did the thing. So.
Oh, it worked, yeah, like a charm.
And if you needed to bring Rillaboom, you always face Lebo again.
I do. You do.
So, that is that battle. A nice little +2. Nice little bow on it. And Gardevoir sitting there super right at the top of the hill.
I'm the weather team now.
Right, I am the weather team now. And into the next one. And we're back with the first guest star on Inside the PFL Season 12. It's M1.
He's not the first guest star. It's the first guest star in the first game he's back.
I'm the most important guest star.
Oh my god.
The most important guest star. This is his return to the season, and to the league, and what a way to return to the league.
Honestly, it couldn't have been better.
Thank you.
It was a roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm very happy with how things went. I mean, regardless of the win, I'm happy I got to pop off with Articuno.
Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the game was looking rough, and then all of a sudden, I think that the freeze happened, and we'll get into it a little bit more. But
yeah.
But welcome back to the PFL. I know you've been training under that waterfall.
Oh, I have.
Tossing Pokeballs, tossing Great Balls. Really.
He's been studying.
Really grinding up out here.
Yeah, totally.
And and you took not only obviously this is your first dub of the season because it's week 1. But correct me if I'm wrong. Did you win a game last season?
No, I did not.
All right, so.
And that is why I had to skip a season.
There it is. So the first dub of 2 seasons, and that is super lit.
And again, what a win it was. It wasn't some janky nonsense. It was just air horns.
It was cool, and it was with a new mon nonetheless. So let's just get right into it.
Sure.
I got it going slow. The music's off, and I think that you drafted Klefki, and I think I hate that.
Well, I didn't think I was going to go to heaven anyway, so no big loss.
The burn though. I remember talking about it and I was like, nothing wants these Sacred Fires right now.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me just go ahead and get this out of the way. That's an obvious, horrible start. I kind of sort of forgot Sacred Fire has a 50% burn chance. So there you go.
What ability was your Sandaconda?
Must have been Shed Skin.
It was Shed Skin? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
that actually would have been a pretty good answer.
Initially, I was thinking that the Shed Skin Sandaconda would be the answer, but I would have thought Feraligatr would have taken that better. I think that was banded damage from the end.
Must have been, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I went with the Protect here because I figured an Ice Beam was coming, but with Greninja, you never know. He could have been thinking that I was going to predict the Ice Beam, so I just threw out a Protect to see what happened.
Scouting's always good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you could, like what you did right there, you did double into Klefki. Jack didn't blink. He's just going to go for Ice Beam twice. But that means you were able to get up free screens right here because he can't touch Klefki with Greninja, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you bring Klefki.
You're taking 50% Earthquakes through those screens.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Croak, man. And here we go. This is our boy right here, Articuno.
Yeah, and that's a
huge.
In a minute, I'll go into more detail on this part, but I mean, it all worked out. I'm very happy. Got the Intimidate going right here. I knew he was probably going to switch out after I got the freeze, so I hit Agility, and I knew I was going to be good.
So he had 2 Dark types that he could have went into. He chose wrong. He chose
Yeah.
very poorly.
You know, I had talked to Jack about it too. I think he was so on tilt because Freezing Glare froze that he just
Yeah.
didn't even think about competitive and immediately just hit the red button like, oh, I need to kill this Articuno right now.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I would have probably done the same thing.
But
And then you just murder through his team.
I think the funny part too is that like you're behind screens and you don't even need them because you're times 2 speed. And you're
Yeah,
just gonna
I'm
do
not
it.
getting hit until here when the air slash misses. And I swear to God, if that air slash hadn't missed, Galarian Articuno would have been king of the kill.
Yeah, that would have been it. It would have been probably
Yeah, it would have been the
6-0.
6-0. Yeah. You would have got the true 6-0 sweep.
Oh well,
But
it's
it
I
happens.
got lucky with the freeze, so I guess I deserve the air slash miss.
Definitely. But I mean, that just goes to show you how, 10% chance. Or is Freezing Glare, is it 10 or is it like 20?
I think it's 10.
It's 10?
Dude,
like 10%
RNG
chance.
played a critical role this week.
Yeah.
Critical.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All over the place.
Like in Drax match 2, man, he got it bad.
Oh,
Oh
crit
man,
volt switches,
track
yeah.
guard RNG'd. I got a little boned by some RNG. Everybody got boned by RNG this week. I was on
Yeah.
both sides.
I did fine.
Yeah.
I did fine. Yeah, well, you
Well,
played
la di
Mitch.
da.
25% on the fake out. Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's an
Lopunny's
offensive.
no joke, man.
That's an offensive Mega Altaria if I've ever seen one. Jesus. And yeah, Lopunny's one of those mods that's only gotten better with Generation 8 because of U-turn and
yeah.
close combat.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
giving
don't
him
even know if I'm
CC.
going to be bringing a high jump kick anymore. I'm probably just going to bring CC.
Yeah, you don't need to bring high jump kick. I mean, you have Scrappy, so you're hitting ghosts, but like still, the miss chance you don't need.
it's
Yeah,
in
I mean,
case they
someone
run
throws out a
or
protect, and
something.
yeah, exactly.
We should call this the Pokemon 100% League because you have to run 100% accuracy moves. I want that hard written in the rules.
And I feel like we can't make it all the way through this battle without mentioning who was here during the battle because we've blamed it on.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Overalls.
I
and
owe
he
it all
left.
to Johnny Overalls.
He said,
Wow.
overalls out, and he leaves. He comes in, he spawns a freeze for you. You win the game, he's like, I've done my business, I've done it. See you later.
Yeah. Talk about theatrics, man. I owe it all to him.
He's got to show up for every battle going forward, I guess.
Yeah,
Man.
well,
It's the power of sending people on tilt.
yeah, I mean, if I hadn't gotten that freeze, theoretically, I would have been okay against Rotom, because I know I could have taken like a T-Bolt with Articuno, but if that happened, he might not have gone into Crook. So
Yeah, like if you went into Greninja there, oof. I mean, you're still really fast, and things still could have happened, but you wouldn't have been +2.
yeah,
Oh, definitely.
But damn, what a way to come back, almost 6-0 sweeping and missing just because fuck it. You get the freeze, so he has to have some kind of little redemption arc.
Yeah, and another thing that I actually noticed during that game is that timer was cranking down for you. Like, by the time
Yeah,
you hit Freezing
yeah.
Glare on the Rotom, you had 15 seconds left, I think.
I mean, that's just me. Like, if you go back
I was
and
gonna
look at
say
my...
M1 is always right down to the wire.
Yeah. I will straight up say I'm indisputably at this point the worst battler in the league. So I really have to take my time to think about things, or I just do stupid stuff.
You're 1-0 plus 3. That's not what the
M1.
record says. That's not what
All
the
right.
scoreboard
M1, I'm
says.
telling you, dude, you just gotta click moves. Like I used to ask them, I used to shake before I clicked buttons, and now you just gotta be confident in what the hell you want to do.
All right, I'll take that advice to heart.
Gotta go
Because you overthink things, and then you pick the wrong move sometimes.
Yeah.
When if you clicked the original move, you can see it in Thomas's game. Thomas played very well in the control game. You got to go with your gut.
Yeah, definitely go
Words
with
of
your
wisdom.
gut. Or you can go with the calculator, and you can plug all everything into the calculator.
Yeah.
I haven't calced more than like one or two off things in like seasons. I used to live and die by that thing, and I'd overthink myself to hell.
Well, I mean, running calcs in the middle of the match is how you run down the time.
That's
That's
true.
how I run down the time a
That's
lot.
the
So
Manny special.
It is the Manny special. You could afford one or two calcs. One or two
Yeah.
crucial, okay, I know that this is this and this is this, but you
Yeah.
can't calc everything.
It's got to be the fulcrum of the game. Like, if my mon goes down right now, I lose the game. So I'm going to calculate. Like, I have to know.
Like, I know that I'm banded, and I know that this is a scarf here. Could I take this hit and then
Yep,
follow up and kill type thing?
definitely. Well, that was a big win. A +3 win is on the upper end.
Yeah,
Definitely.
thank you.
that's a good way. That's a good season opener.
I'm very happy. I'm gonna be. I mean, I gotta say, it's a little embarrassing, but I was pretty nervous going into this match. I think I'm gonna have some more confidence in the weeks to
It
come.
is the most unembarrassing, as I am the most nervous going into every game. But once I get into it, man, you just gotta take some
Yeah.
deep breaths.
You gotta roll with it.
Gotta roll with it. I do want to say one more thing. I swear to God. Why, Joe? Why no air horns? Why no inappropriate long boat horn when Galarian Articuno went off?
I mean, we all screamed. Don't you worry. Somebody called it happening. He went, "Oh, competitive's gonna happen." And he called it like 3 turns. I think it was Mario. I think Mario called it like turns before it was gonna happen, and then it happened. I remember it was
thanks, Mario.
talked about.
I think you're right. I think it was Mario literally called it like a couple turns beforehand. He's just like, Galarian Articuno gets competitive, right? He's like, oh, gotta be careful with Crook. Like, and it had like been said. And he put it into the air, and then it just happened. And then everything just
And
kinda
then
fell
Joe
into place.
even went, "Wow, M1, I'm sorry for," because we were all talking about
Yeah.
how you were in a terrible position looking at. I mean, I
Mhm.
love Entei, so I know what it's like to put someone in the turn 1 Sacred Fire position.
Entei is so scary, man.
Because nothing fucking wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have even led with Klefki, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad place no matter who you led, man.
Before you go, tell us a little bit about your team, and tell us a little about like the future of like this season. Like, who are you scared of? Like, what's the plays? Like, tell us what you're looking at going forward.
Well, I'm most scared of Manny, just because I haven't fought Manny since I think my first season in the league, and I ate absolute shit. I have no idea, how it's gonna be at this point, because that was a long time ago. But I don't know, man. Somehow he's in my head. He lives rent free in there. So
Is he in your division?
yeah.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. So, that's how it is. As far as my team, I mean, I got Mega Lopunny. I've used Mega Lopunny before.
Love it.
Good Mon, also pretty easy to use, honestly. You don't
Gets
really
all the
have to.
moves.
Yeah, gets Fake Out, Quick Attack, U-Turn. That alone makes it really fun to use.
James. Fake Out is great. James hates Fake Out. He's wrong.
Who the fuck hates Fake Out?
James. He's wrong.
Come on.
He did 25% to Mega Altaria. Like, that's
Now
worth it.
you have to be careful of some Rocky Helm plays because it is free Rocky Helm damage.
Yeah.
But
Actually, that's one way
okay.
I got owned the first season I used Mega Lopunny.
Yeah,
Rocky
I
Helm
mean,
damage.
You gotta. I don't know if you have like Pharaoh in your division or just gotta be a little careful, but still. Great.
Yeah, and I mean, other than that, my thoughts going into this team was I saw Galarian Articuno, and everyone else was looking at Galarian Zapdos, and that's a good mon. But I saw Articuno, and I was like, good stats, competitive. I can really get things moving and shaking with competitive if I use it right, and that happened the very first match, so I'm already very happy.
And a fun fact here is that all 3 Galar birds were drafted this season.
Yeah,
Yes,
But
they
one
were.
of them,
they're the new toys.
at the end of
One of
week
them's
1,
gone. One of them's gone.
was dropped and
Got the
traded. You will
axe.
get there. Oh, you will get there. But you took your new toy, and it brought you to a W. So I congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say to the lovely people of the PFL and miscellaneous viewers who may be watching this?
Not much. Just stay tuned, because next week is, of course, going to be the most important week of the season, and have fun.
Yeah, we get to say that. Let's go. Alrighty. Thanks for coming on, M1. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. See you next time.
Absolutely.
He did it before us.
That's freaking awesome. Wait, is he gone? He's gone. He's a legend. Oh, he dips immediately.
Yeah, everybody does. They always just leave, dude.
Wow. What a guy. That was a great battle, too. Jack panicked for a split second, and then M1 just took it. He's like, alright, that's fine. I'm running with it.
I'm telling you right now, if he won Under Greninja, I think he still won that game.
I think so, too.
I don't think M1 would have won that game.
But you know what? I mean, that's just what happens.
It's the game we play.
It is the game we play. One crucial freeze, and that could be the entire game.
It
But
just tilted him.
that's all for this battle. Into the next one, where we have...
Oh. Can we
Kyle-
skip it?
Can we skip it? I'll play it on normal speed.
This is just Bobby throwing
I'm not gonna play it on slow
Kyle.
speed. I'll play it on normal speed.
Manny's right. It's just Kyle just getting mons thrown at him that he just destroys because Rob doesn't.
Rob played the first. Okay, all right. Let's play it. Let's play it because I think that Rob played the first third to half of this game pretty well. I think that overall, Bobby did okay.
I love the Gudra. He's so fat.
Yup, dummy thick, physical Gudra, which I liked actually a lot. Because he gets Power Whip, gets the Earthquake. He's got the answers to Nidoking. He's got answers to Galarian Slowking, to Rotom.
It scares Whimsicott from hitting a grass move, praying that it's not Sap Zipper too.
Yep. I think we find out that it was Gooey eventually.
It was Gooey. He does it to slow down Absol, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, just Kyle burning all of his offensive threats.
Yeah,
too.
the Poltergeist right there, not totally sure about it. I think that right here he goes for another one. I think that's where you should Rocks.
Yeah.
I think you should get them up because Kyle's been doing a lot of switching.
Yes, I agree. Kyle likes to just pivot. The pain split's huge. I love how he just keeps Rotom in this game.
Yep. As Rotom switches out. But physical Gudra not going to do pretty much anything to Whimsicott. Like, you can't run Sludge Wave and also Earthquake and also Power Whip.
You could. You could run a mixed Gudra just to get in the way.
This is true.
If that was like AV mixed Gudra. Oh boy, Trap Heatran.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The Magma Storm does a lot of damage per turn, especially combined with the burn.
Yeah.
I think Bobby might have blown his load there a little bit. Earthquaking, thinking he was going to hit the Heatran. Probably just Milk Drink, man.
This is it right here. Raptor starts throwing boys away.
Yep.
Should have went into Feeny.
Yep, Feeny 100% should have hit the field. Feeny resists any sort of dark move and just is able to do it. I get that, Gooey, you want to slow him down. Like, why'd you go to Moltres,
Why did he leave?
Yeah.
Also a question.
Yeah, just Sucker Punch. You would have killed the thing. Why are you still going for Hurricane? Why is your chicken now dead? Why is Kyle almost about to get a +6?
Why doesn't Rob hit Earthquake here?
It was close. Ooh, so close. Yeah.
Should have hit Earthquake.
If he had it, he should have hit it. But he didn't. And it starts to look a little ugly. Does Kyle get the plus? Oh, no, he doesn't. Wait,
no.
How did Feeny... Oh, it was Life Orb.
Probably.
Max speed Feeny. And then this does just laughable damage.
Laughable. But smoke him if you got him.
30. Yeah, you're right. 34%. A missed Hydro Pump just to tack on the extra disrespect. And a very meaty +5.
Yeah, that was... God damn it, Rob.
But when I say that, Rob played pretty decently the first part of that game, I think that he did decent things at the beginning with Miltank, with the Gudra, but then as soon as Absol hit the field, Moltres died, Scizor died, Gudra died, Miltank died. There was no longevity to any of the Pokemon. They just died all back to back.
He just threw Mons at Kyle. Should have taken a second, because he didn't even, take time to think.
Yeah. And that's the exact opposite advice that we offer our guest star. it's like, no, don't take too much time. Sometimes you just gotta trust your gut,
Yeah,
but definitely don't trust your gut, Rob. Definitely look at the type chart and
just breathe.
Have Feeny come in on a dark type.
But it's over now.
It is over now. Kyle got a very solid +5, putting him at the very front runner.
Yeah, Kyle doesn't need a +5, okay?
No, he doesn't, especially not week 1. But he is now tied as being the front runner with one other person in the league. Anyway, yes, the other front runner of PFL Season 12 Week 1 comes out on top in this battle. It is James. No spoilers. This is inside the PFL. If you guys want to see it in real time, go watch the broadcast, all right?
Yeah. This is a spoiler-full podcast. We give all the spoilers here.
We dissect everything about these teams. We don't cut corners here. We tell you exactly what happened.
James wins in a very... We didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened way. It wasn't looking very good for him. I mean, I don't ever want to look at Tangrowth, Quagsire, and Golbat ever in my life.
Let alone Umbreon sitting there. Let alone his only super effective... Well, not only super effective move versus Umbreon, but doesn't have a lot to hit Umbreon with.
James has 1, 2, 3, 4 Mons weak to Earthquake right now.
Yup. And, like, he doesn't have a ground type. Murphy doesn't have a ground type. I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Yikes.
But basically, the beginning of this game is just Golbat doing Golbat things. It's a bulky poison type versus a bulky poison type. Golbat's going to get maybe burned. Maybe. Toxapex is just going to keep recovering. This is a stalemate. You can't tell me that, like, something realistically bad is going to happen to either side.
It's just nothing for a couple turns. Lots of nothing.
A Miss Super Fang kind of sucks. Not going to lie. Because then you could potentially kill with a Brave Bird next turn.
Correct. I mean, Baneful Bunker, and then you switch, but...
Yeah, still... Actually, you probably still don't kill with a Brave Bird. Even at, like, 30%, Toxapex still probably lives.
James is just clicking Toxapex. He's like, fuck you, how dare you get rid of my Toxapex?
Yeah.
They're coming back.
And I think that this is a very good example of, like, stall beating stall.
Yeah.
You know, James throws out probably the best stall Pokemon, or at least top 5 stall Pokemon in the entire game against Murphy's stall.
One
core.
stall.
Yep,
Murphy
that's
has
true.
4 stall.
But none of Murphy's stall Pokemon get past Toxapex.
He had, oh man, I can't believe things start happening real fast here.
Yeah, and that Flash Cannon, pretty crazy. Special Jirachi is kind of rare, especially considering, you know, Iron Head, Serene Grace, like that's just what you do. The Aura Sphere there, I question heavily. It's not stab.
I do too.
You know, maybe he thought Excadrill was coming in, guaranteed.
He probably did and wanted to just get it out of the way. But I also think that he brought Special Jirachi to kill Gigalith, because Gigalith is a defensive boy.
Yeah, but even in the sand, like he has a free Assault Vest in the sand.
And I wonder what his Psychic Stab was to kill Toxapex.
If he had one. Hopefully he had one.
Yeah.
But you're right, things start happening fast. And, like, you know, James sets the Sandstorm. But he doesn't really, like, use the Sandstorm.
No, he's just, his strategy seems to be, let's get out entry hazards so that he either has to defog them or take a lot of damage.
Yep.
So here he baits the defog again. I love it. I love Drapion. Y'all didn't listen to me. Told you to move him up.
It's a good 60-pointer.
You know what? Y'all moved so many things up and you left Drapion down. Sword stance.
Hey, that, again, we were a
You know
little
what,
too
Quagsire?
reactive. All right, we did go a little crazy. That's insane.
You can be unaware all you want, bitch, but crit
Do you
crit
think
matters.
he was unaware?
Oh yeah.
Do you think
Yeah,
he was
100%
unaware?
think
Not
he was
water
unaware.
absorbed?
Why would he? I don't think he would have been water absorbed.
I don't think so either. But that still seems like a lot of damage. I guess I don't know. Sniper. That's times 3. I guess that makes sense. That's stab.
And he might have been scope lens too.
Oh.
Or was he? No, he wasn't. Here it goes. By the way, no, James starts going fast.
Yeah.
This is the end of the game, everyone.
And this is why you have to have hazard set. Excadrill's sash has to be broken.
Yeah.
You have to
Murphy
do something
had
against this thing.
to worry too much about getting rid of hazards that he
God.
couldn't get up his own if he had them.
The Savage Spin Out. Oh, Murphy.
Z-Bug, get the fuck out of my face, Tangrowth.
Is that X Scissor? Is that Z X Scissor?
Yeah, it was X Scissor because he spams X Scissor now.
God.
Like James is just done with this game now.
Yeah, he won. Like what? That's it. You're Excadrill in sand. You're OU for a reason. You were banned to Ubers for a reason.
Yep. And not only is he Excadrill on the sand, he got the sword stance off.
Yeah, this is a 200-point Pokemon for a reason.
And this is game over.
Yeah, because like the combination of steel and ground hits so many things so hard, especially at like 135 base attack or whatever Excadrill has.
And then they gave him a bug move to hit them pesky ground types, and
Yep.
it's his Z captain. Like, get out of my face.
Just in case.
This was a match with 4 bulky boys: Golbat, Quagsire, Tangrowth, and Umbreon. It lasted 24 turns.
Well, I think that's one of the problems is when, your fastest Pokemon is base 100 speed. When somebody's going faster than that, hitting harder than that,
Yeah.
you don't have like a stopgag for that. Like, you're just going to eat a bunch of hits. And if your walls aren't as impenetrable as you need them to be, then you're just going to get washed. And that's sort of what we saw.
We learned from Manny trying to do it that just going with a big defensive strategy isn't the best. You need some offense there.
Yeah, you need something.
I mean,
need like
he had
moving.
Tyrantrum, but
You've got to move between super defense and super offense with a stall.
yeah.
You kind of have to. You can't just sort of have a balance with stall. Like, that style doesn't really work in draft because you can just prepare a Z-Bug and just obliterate the one check to Excadrill that you have on your team.
And it hits both 2 defensive walls really hard. Like, Tangrowth and Umbreon were both going to get murder-rated by that.
And that's a classic, like, James preparation. Like, he saw that, he sees that chink in the armor, and he just, like, he zeroes in on it. And he had it, he did it, and he got the +5 for it. And now he is on the top of the leaderboard with Kyle. And it's a great win. It really is.
He did the thing.
Did he do the thing, or did Excadrill do his thing?
Well, Excadrill did the thing, is what I'm saying. James did the thing by clicking the buttons with Excadrill.
Yep. This little stupid red ball.
James already beat us once with a sand team. His championship team was a sand team.
Oh god, James is in my division. Both these guys are in my division, but it
Yikes.
scares me. This whole division scares me a little bit. I have a sand team, I have a rain team, and I have just whatever nonsense this Tangrowth, Quagsire, whatever it is. But yeah, so very solid +5 from James, and into the next battle.
This is a long battle.
Is this the long one?
Oh, it's a long battle.
All right, well, I'm just
Within
gonna
any
play.
battle with Mega Venusaur is probably a long battle.
If it's the long one, I'm just gonna hit the play button because I remember watching this live. Oh, and the Chestnut and the yep. You know what? I'm playing this normal speed. I don't care.
Hunter had no true answer for Chestnut, minus maybe a dual wing beat. Or if I'm surprised Hoopa didn't come in to fight it at all. But this is literally just Tristan, playing as Tristan does, slow, and just kind of making you play his game. Like,
yeah, I mean, honestly, it was very methodical.
yeah. You go into this, I'm gonna just go into this every single time. And as Hunter started losing Mons, Tristan's loop just became more and more punishing.
Absolutely, and honestly, like, the only saving grace is like, Zorora. But every time Zorora wanted to come in, Torn had already tailwinded. It's already twice as fast. It's just going to get out of there and go into the one check for Zorora, or the multiple checks for Zorora, I should say, because Metagross is also there.
And like, I'm fairly sure that people could up Zorora got acrobatics. Like,
yeah.
The way this league is structured, like, Chestnut is no longer a Mon where you can just go, he has that and he's probably not going to bring it. Like, we moved so many things up where, like, now you have to look at some of those Mons and go, shit, that's on his team. It might actually come now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's a very viable defensive threat. Like, Chestnut does well against not only Obstagoon, but it also does well against, Zorora.
Blastoise. Zorora.
It does. Oh yeah, it actually does pretty decent against Blastoise, unless it's running like a Shell Smash kit. It does really good against Mega Venusaur because we see Sludge Bomb. We see him run Sludge Bomb and not Sludge Wave.
And he also has Hidden Power Fire. Hunter does. I know throughout the game, we're trying to figure it out, and he hits it on Houndoom and it's resisted, and he hits it on Torn and it's not super effective, so it wasn't.
Yeah, so it had to have
not
been
flying. Yeah, it
was 100% Hidden Power Fire for
Chestnut.
For Chestnut. Wow, you think?
And maybe Metagross.
I think you'd run like HP Flying then, but
maybe Metagross too, because like Metagross comes in and kind of puts a big stop in Venusaur's plans.
25% on a Zen Headbutt's hilarious.
It is, but I mean, it's non-stab and it's probably not invested.
Yeah, and this just takes forever because my man has a synthesis on
Synthesis
his moveset.
and Leech Seed. Like, this Venusaur is here for a long time.
Webs are back up. Leech Seed's coming. Like, Mandibuzz. Here's another thing that actually that makes me think of with Hunter's team. Hunter doesn't have any, like, clerics. He doesn't have a heal bell. Like, that Toxic on Mandibuzz that Tristan got turn 3, maybe, is permanent.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that as I got Toxic to turn 1. Like, I get that. Or turn 2, rather.
Yeah, like, that's gonna be there for the rest of the game. You're just gonna have to deal with it. And you see it. Like, it matters a lot. And that's a banded Vicious Rend, I think.
I think it is because he gets knocked off.
Because he's got the Sticky Webs. He's got the Tailwind. Does he knock it off?
I think so, right here.
Yeah, it is a band. Jesus, that's so powerful.
That Obstacoon, though. I am a little upset at this Metagross play.
What, the Brick Break?
No,
Or just staying
the fact
in?
that it was not a weakness policy kit to try and bait out a different super effective move, like from Hoopa.
Oh, well, the weakness policy, he would have died to that knockoff.
Probably. I just would have loved. I love watching weakness policy agility or rock
Yeah.
polish go off.
Anything like that's usually a pretty good sign, but...
I mean, he won the game, so.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, like... I mean, between Zerora and Mega Venusaur, like, you look at the rest of this team, and you're like, where am I going to get? Like, realistically, like, how far can I bring this?
30 more turns.
Yeah, and then it gets dragged out of the mud.
With 5 Pokemon total left, 2 versus 3. This is 30 turns of just when Spiky Shield coming, when Synthesis coming, can I get the pair of hacks,
Yep.
so on and so
You
forth.
can't even get a poison on Torn because he's paralyzed.
And like, he at one point, I think it's right now, tries to bulk up
does.
Zero-Aura, and then he hits Drain Punch, and it does.
It does
nothing.
30-40% maybe. Toxic
It makes
gets
me wonder
rocked.
if hitting Plasma Fists there would have been the smarter play.
I don't think so. I think Plasma Fist would have done less.
I mean, it is resisted, but it has a higher base and it's stab.
32.
And non-boosted, he was doing 18% with those Plasma Fists.
And that's times 2.5. Yeah, maybe it would have been... It probably was a little bit better. With multipliers, I think it might have been.
Higher base power plus the stab, man. Like, I am one to always hit the super effective move because I'm an idiot, but like, stab matters.
Yep. I mean, yeah, especially in that, like, scenario. But we do see it just kind of... It just sort of falls apart. Hunter's still trying. He's still synthesizing. Like, maybe you run out, like, the Hurricanes on Tornadus, and then, like, Chestnut can't touch you either.
It's pretty much, could I get him to misplay?
Yeah,
Like, those hidden power fires hurt, and if he can get it down to just Chestnut versus Venusaur, like, he wins the game, and he just can't get it to that point.
The Miss Zen Headbutt, not even a deal. Like, it doesn't even matter.
And also, he could have hit knockoff when he was plus 2.5 and got those leftovers out of the way. Because 6% ain't nothing, but 6%'s a lot.
Yeah, 100%. We see a missed Leech Seed and a missed Hurricane one turn. And then they just go for it again the next turn. That's so funny to me.
Finally, RNG lets this game end, and he gets a crit with that Hurricane.
Yeah, but then he misses,
He misses
the next
that
one.
one.
And then
So I thought RNG was going to let this game end.
And then he gets
it didn't.
parried. It sort of does. It sort of lets the game end a little bit. Regenerator, Hidden Power Fire, nothing.
He should have just went for the Slug Bomb there, knowing that they were both low. Ugh.
Wow. That's the burn's really funny.
The hitting with the Fire Blast, the burn, like RNG finally just takes a hold of this game and goes, okay, guys.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Like, Leech Seed misses. Honestly, the RNG god tried everything to get this game to end. He was like, I'm going to miss a Leech Seed. I'm going to miss a Hurricane. I'm going to paralyze you like 4 times in a row. Okay, is that not enough? Like,
over.
I'm going to get a crit Hurricane. That's not enough? Like, I'm going to burn you with Fire Blast. Like, please somehow just let the game end. Please stop it.
Hunter did as well as he could have done not being able to solve Chestnut.
I think so too. I think that letting Hoopa go down to that Dark Pulse was
a problem.
That was really bad.
Yeah, that was his big oof.
And depending on what Hoopa's like item was. Like, if that was a Choice Scarf, like, I don't know, Choice Scarf Psychic could have done really good against, like, Torn.
You could have done good against everything but Houndoom and Metagross, but yeah.
Yeah, and those two were... Well, Houndoom was still there, but despite
And
that,
even
70
just
turns
hitting
later...
neutral Shadow Balls, like, then Metagross is going to die and only Houndoom can come in.
Yep. And Houndoom's not exactly, like, bulky either, so...
No, yeah, just so, yeah, but whatever.
But,
70 turns later, it's
yeah,
over.
exactly. 70 turns later, it's over. A couple green boys standing left on this side of the field. A really good-looking Chestnut. Really like that a lot.
Yeah, he made Chestnut look real good there.
Yeah. And a nice shiny form, too. I was saying it in the chat. I was saying shiny Chestnut just looks so good. Looks so much better than regular Chestnut.
Ah, happy it's over.
Yep.
That's a long one.
A lot of Leech Seeds, a lot of Synthesis, a lot of Regenerator, a lot of Tailwind.
The high turn count games are ridiculous.
Into the next one, because I can't look at this. I can't look at these grass-type starters any longer. Into the next lovely, lovely battle. This is LCD, the newcomer, versus Dylan. No pancakes. No pancakes.
I learned. He told me. He told me why it's no pancakes. The world is right.
Yeah, he doesn't need breakfast, dude. He doesn't need breakfast. It's just no pancakes.
I love pancakes.
He doesn't need them. He's already too good.
Now I want pancakes.
We don't talk about the secret fact that he actually enjoys pancakes as well.
It's okay.
But he doesn't need them. So, look at these teams across the field from each other. I see Megazord X, Florges, and Ferrothorn. I hate it. Dylan's team's kind of an amalgamation, but it also really works out for him this game.
It does. I don't like Megazord, either of them. I think they're both pretty bad.
I think they're both bad. Interesting take. I think they're both pretty good.
I hate them. I see Megazord and I instantly go, all I need is Stealth Rocks.
This is true. You do need... But you can take 2 Stealth Rock hits. And then all of a sudden you're getting hit with a base 159 Fire Blast in the sun, and you're not liking it. And then you get Solar Beam in case you want to come in with a ground water type.
I don't like them. I get the D-Dance, I get the Tough Claws, I get he could go off, I just hate the 4 extra rock.
Yeah.
But this isn't why Mike hates Zardex. This is Dylan No Pancakes versus Big Liquid.
Yeah, and kind of going a little crazy there, thinking he could set up with a Swords Dance.
Literally going, I don't know what I thought my plan was.
Yeah, in Ferrothorn's face. He's just like, I lived on the Sash, like, I guess I burned it, like, whatever.
I expected a Fire Fang, honestly.
Yeah, good predict with the Volt Switch. Although Lycanroc would have went down to that. Just
yeah,
because,
but...
I don't know. What's more important, like keeping Accelerock around for, Charizard or Golisopod, or getting rid of the Ferrothorn there?
I guess that's fair, especially when you got big old Delphox there.
Yeah. Like, if Delphox was dead already, maybe that was your opportunity to kill Ferrothorn. But Delphox is chilling. Delphox does a little bit of tricksy action.
And that Choice Scarf completely boned Florges.
Oh, yeah. No.
Choice Specs, rather. Choice Specs.
Yeah, and nothing's really going to happen, because now your Choice Specs Wish, and that's hilarious.
I kind of expected him to hit Strength Sap here as Poltergeist.
Yeah, I sort of did too, but he just kind of doubles back out. He's like, nope, I'm going to take the first impression, I guess. Oh, he takes a knockoff. Never mind.
Yeah, I also expected a first impression.
These guys are playing some different level of mind games here. A burn.
They're playing slow. Probably still going to Oko with Power Whip.
Yeah, these guys know each other IRL, so they're really trying not to lose to each other.
Ah, okay.
They know
then
what's
they
on
get
the
roasted.
line. Yeah, they don't want to get roasted by the other. LCD was coming off a win in our draft league that we set up, based off of the PFL draft board.
Yes.
So he had just won our 3rd season, and then he is now in this season. So there were high expectations.
Man, Hitmonchan just puts in work. Rapid spins the seed and the rocks away, and then just starts hitting buttons.
Yup, Drain Punch. See you later, Magneton.
Yoink.
That's not an Eviolite.
No, it was not.
No shot. Hitmonchan's here. Like, if you're Toxic, it doesn't even matter, dude.
Who the hell runs Toxic on Magneton?
I mean, I think that it worked out. I think that
it very obviously didn't work out. He died.
well, I think that honestly, like if you're strapped for a fourth move, like you either run like Toxic or Protect or like some random coverage move you think might come in handy.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're Magneton, you need Volt Switch, you need Flash Cannon maybe. Like
I mean, maybe it was so that he had an answer for Regidrago, and then he can also Toxic it, but I don't know.
Oh, that might be it, yeah. Like eat a Draco Meteor or something, and then just Toxic it, and just kind of sit there.
God, LCD has a big problem with rocks. Like, it just hits too much of his team right now.
Yeah, and you know, that's another product of Florges being choice specs now. You can't hit Defog.
Yeah.
And, like, you could obviously come in with Charizard, but Charizard's taking half damage. So you don't really have a good opportunity to hit the field with Charizard. Glycopod also takes damage from rocks.
You know what's a good Zardex variant? Lead Zardex, where you just start off by dancing in someone's face.
Yeah. Lead Zardex with Will-O-Wisp.
No, just Dragon Dance. Turn 1 Dragon Dance Zardex.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? You can't get tricked. You can't get Willow.
Somebody stop me.
Yeah, somebody stop me. I'm going fast. I'm hitting hard. Yeah, and at this point he realizes he just has to click it. But even that, like, it's not even boosted.
No.
Tough Close Outrage.
Murdered it.
Murdered. Yeah,
this is the easiest Mach Punch in the history of Mach Punch.
Yeah, Hitmonchan goes, you're dead. Sorry. I am the greatest.
Just does so many nice things.
Yeah, and my boy sits very, very high up in the King of the Kill chart.
Yeah. And honestly, he's probably one of the least picked Hitmons because Unburden and just the machine that is Hitmontop.
I think that Hitmonchan, while not good, gets better every generation. I think that the Rapid Spin boost really, really helps it.
It does because it puts him above that speed, like, and you can still run AV with that and just be annoying.
That AV, Rapid Spin, Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Ice Punch. Ooh.
Yeah. Or Fire Punch here because all the steel types you saw, like whatever punch he had.
Or the knockoff, which he just went for.
Yeah,
which did a lot of work actually.
So good.
But, you know, honestly, a pretty decent +3 from Dylan.
It was.
I think that, you know, that definitely the choice specs to the Florges was the turning point. All of a sudden to put LCD on a timer because that was his only form of reliable recovery outside of Ferrothorn's Leech Seed.
It was his only Wish Pass. It was his only defog. Like he needed Florges, and it just like he needed Munchlax in my game. The Tricks really did their thing this week. Tricks won their game.
Yeah.
Silly Rabbit, Tricks are for kids.
This is definitely a league where we like to run Trick.
Tristan started, I'd say, over half of his games last season by turn 1 Trick.
Yep. I remember because then in my game against Tristan, I also turned 1 Trick. I was like, how do you like it? How does it feel?
How do you like me now, bitch?
How do you like me now? Hitmonchan putting in work. Still didn't get to see our man Reggie Drago hit the field. We're talking about new toy
syndrome didn't even enter.
This week. Didn't even hit the field. But maybe next week. Maybe. But into the last battle of the night. The last one to happen during the battle week. A battle that I did not watch.
I remember this game now looking at the layout, and let me tell you what a battle it was.
All right, well, you can tell me about it. I'm going to put it on slow, and I'm just going to hit the play button.
It's a good time. I liked the play from both of them. I liked the Dragapult named Django, and then Nessie in return.
I sort of don't even, I don't remember any of Bick's team because he did 3 trades at the very beginning, so I kind of forgot about who he picked up.
And it just changed.
Yeah.
Savali Grass here just getting hit by that freeze dry, though.
Grass? Oh, ew.
And then murdering in return.
Why would you pick Savali Grass? There's so many better types. I mean, I guess you kill a Lapras with it. Flash Fire, that's hype. Vader, great nickname.
You want to know what's hyper?
The Choppleberry. It's not even a freaking Tuco.
Wait for it. That's hyper.
That's awesome. Now he's just the rock type, the rock question mark type.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm surprised that he switched out. How come he didn't just high jump kick again?
I don't know.
I guess he got scared of the burnout. He was like, wait, you're question mark type? Like, what do I do here?
What do?
What does this mean? Am I going to get bodied?
the non-step Dark Pulse almost murdered that Dragapult.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Heat Wave coming in a little bit clutch. I'm pretty sure he goes for SD. Now he can just honestly click Sucker Punch. But I think that Dan probably predicts that. He does. Which is good, because Corviknight is probably one of those things that... Oh, wow. Wow. I was going to say Corviknight could probably do well against Mega Mawile, and then he takes 98.5%. It's not great.
Click the button.
Yeah, but T-Punch is your best option. Luckily, Corviknight can live that, because otherwise, you got a huge problem.
You know what Corviknight can't live?
A burn up?
Another fucking burn up.
Another burn up? Is that what happens here?
Oh, yeah.
God, I love it. Oh, it's such heat. It's such tech. Now you're just a rock type, too. It's so cool.
Now you're only 2 times weak to ground. Instead of 4 times.
Yeah. And water. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he was saying that in the chat. I think I was reading that earlier today.
Yep.
He was talking about he could live a Zydog 1,000 arrows.
That's why he brought Savali Grass too, to eat the 1,000 arrows, as he just
I
did
see.
at 30%, and then clap back with probably Icy Wind or whatever he wanted to, really.
Yeah. And that's another thing. 1,000 arrows is not affected by the grassy terrain, unlike Earthquake, Bulldoze, and Magnitude.
He's got to be Scarf Dragapult here.
You think so?
Because he's scared out Zydoge. Zydoge is not a slow mon.
Yeah, but, I mean, was Zydoge, you think, scarfed?
No, I don't think so, because he would have just hit 1,000 arrows and murdered the 27% HP Dragapult or whatever it is. I think that's Scarf Dragapult, and Dan knew it.
Oh my god, this Colossal has put in nothing but the finest of work for Bick.
Dude, that was his plan. It was to eat a Sacred Arrow, 1,000 arrows, and then hit Explosion.
That's awesome. Oh, the Crunch comes through. The Crop Duster, I love that nickname.
Yeah.
Azelf.
Look at that damage. Non-stab, non-super effective, 70%.
Yeah, Skuntank low-key sucks.
You shut your mouth. Azelf is low-key amazing.
Hey, I love Skuntank, but it, like, come on. But its stats leave a lot to be desired.
I'm surprised he didn't hit Sucker Punch there, because if he had Sucker Punch and hit it, this could have been a different game.
That's like one of those moves that you just kind of have to run on a Skuntank, though. So I'm surprised he didn't.
Zydoge is so frail that half special attack, Draco still killed it from full.
But even if he was able to live it somehow... Actually, that might have been a Specs Draco, then. Probably
I
not.
gotta look at the base speeds of Zydoge versus
possible.
Dragapult. Maybe Dragapult just naturally outspeeds.
Dragapult's like 143, dude. 145.
Speed? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Dragapult's dummy. No, 142 maybe? I don't know. It's somewhere in there. Zydoge is 115. Dragapult
Okay,
naturally...
I did not know that Dragapult was 140 something. Holy
yeah, he's
shit.
140 something.
Okay, I take it back.
Real
So
fast.
it probably was
yeah.
specs like
He
you
doesn't
said.
need to be doesn't need to be scarfed. But a nice
shit.
+2 from Bick. I do like the little bits of tech with the burn up Colossal. I think that although Dan was very lucky that he lived a T-Punch, Mega Mawile could have just taken the game.
Yeah.
With Sucker Punch and T-Punch and whatnot. But but he didn't, and he lived the T-Punch, and he was able to kill it and bring it down to a +2.
Which, you know what? Bick normally wins like +5, so...
Yeah, so that's actually fine, because, frankly, Dragapult plus Mega Mawile is something that I'm not too fond of. It's a little scary.
Nope. And then Thwacky to make Mega Mawile's EQ weakness go away.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry about that. Bick, you're a mad lad. Dan, I'm sorry. Anyway, that about does it for all of the battles for this week. Let's talk about trades and pickups.
There's not that many, honestly.
Really, yeah,
I think
there's
there's only like 3 or 4.
There's only a couple of them.
LCD doing some big things, changing 3 out of his 5 already.
Yeah, he sees himself down 0-1, on the season. He decides that he wants to make a couple big-time plays. So let's just talk about LCD then. So LCD is dropping Galarian Moltres. We're talking about new toy syndrome. For Superior. He's dropping Espeon for Xatu, which is awesome.
Better Espeon.
And he's changing his co-captain to Swampert. So,
which is an interesting change.
what was his co-captain before?
I don't know, but like a co-captain change is just a
Check it
very strange It's a
Yeah.
very strange change.
Was it? It might have been Espeon first.
Oh, it might have been.
I don't remember, dude. We can actually.
No, because then he wouldn't. Oh, he still would have been charged for it. You're right. It might have been Espeon.
Would he still have been charged for it?
Yeah, because it.
Oh, because he
he
traded for
would
Zatu.
have traded his co-captain for another co-captain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's probably exactly it. I think that it might have been a little preemptive to get rid of Moltres for Superior, especially when you didn't bring Moltres. Like, Moltres didn't even have the opportunity to disappoint you, you know?
Right.
Espeon for Zatu, I think totally makes sense. Zatu is just, it's Magic Bouncer, the movie, plus U-Turn, plus Roost, plus Defog. Like, it's a good...
Plus an immunity to ground.
Yeah, plus screens, like... Espeon's kind of an amalgamation of qualities. Zatu is just support. Zatu will just do support.
Yep, and he probably also did it because of points, because I can't see Espeon and Zatu being the same amount of points.
No, Espeon's 100, Zatu I believe is 60.
Yeah, so that might have been a point swap too.
Which is what we see. Glaring Moltres 120, Superior I believe is a 160.
There
Superior, obviously a very, very good Pokemon. Not exactly sure how it's going to synergize well with the team, although it can just kind of get out of control. Grass type
Really
Superior plus Grass type Ferrothorn plus... let me take a look at the rest of the team. Plus the Magneton, a little bit of fire weakness, a little bit of a fire problem. That's why Swampert's there. That's why Charizard X is there. But other than that, you're not really going to want to take a fire move.
No, not even Goliath,
No, not really. And you get forced out, and then you're taking more rocks damage, more whatever.
Right.
Although co-captain Swampert's interesting. You can't really get knocked off. You might as well hit hard with like a Tectonic Rage or, whatever move you're running.
I never picture offensive Swampert enough to run a Z move like that. I always picture like defensive spread Swamperts, unless it's Mega Swampert.
I think that this is just kind of a scenario where he looked at his team. He was like, I don't think I have anything that I want to run a Z move that's not my Z captain. You know what I mean? Like, he just puts a lot of value. Who is the Z captain? It's Superior. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Superior is his regular Z captain, so I assume that he probably has a bunch of things planned for Superior as his Z captain. He was just kind of throwaway, like, Swampert, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right. And I don't know if you guys mimicked our Z move change in your league too, but he might also just not. He might just go, fuck it. I might not even use a Z move. Just here for obligatory because I have to.
Yeah, that also might be true. He might absolutely just have Swampert there just to have somebody there.
Right.
But I think overall, I want to say it's an improvement. I'm not so sure about Galarian Moltres being dropped. I think that was just sort of like I don't know how this mon works. I'd rather have something I'm comfortable with and know and have had success with. Espeon for Zatu I think is perfectly fine. I think it actually makes a lot of sense. Gives you a little bit more spending money. And co-captain Swampert, sure. Why not?
Yeah, I get it. I see what he's doing.
Yep. And James is dropping Mega Sharpedo for Rotom Cut.
James has a lot of EQ weakness, picking up an EQ immunity in a mon that is normally weak to, well, I guess neutral in his sense, but I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing.
I'm not very happy about that one. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
No.
I mean,
I wouldn't be if I were you.
That's a super good pickup. Like, he's like, you know what, Mega Sharpedo, probably not going to do anything for me. Like, maybe I was interested in it just so nobody else can really have it. But Rotom Cut synergizes really well with the rest of his team. Synergizes with Gigalith, synergizes with Toxapex, with Sylveon, with Drill.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good pickup. It just is.
Yeah. Not a lot wants to Specs Leaf Storm if he goes that route.
Yeah, and honestly, what surprises me too is Rotom Cut's one of those Pokemon that like gets taken really, really early, like rounds 3 and 4, and this
all the
entire
Rotoms
season,
tend to go.
it just ended up undrafted. So
I'm surprised Shitty Zapdos is still on the board too. I think it is anyway. I don't think
you're
anybody
right.
took Rotom Fan.
I think nobody has Rotom Fan. I don't think we've seen it. I don't think it's one of the mons we went over in the
Arguably better Zapdos. just points wise.
Yeah. For bang for your buck, I don't know. With heavy duty booties, it might be close.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that about does it for trades and pickups. King of the Kill.
Week 1.
Week 1. Right at the top of the leaderboard, Mike.
Again, by the way, this is how I started last season too, with Weavile smoking Rob.
Gardevoir with 5 KOs. Live Free or Lipard.
Thank you, Joe.
I mean, that's awesome. Excadrill, obviously, we just talked about what it had done.
Yeah, 2 Weathermons.
James is ridiculous. Two Weather Sweepers. Obviously, 2 Weather Sweepers.
2 Weathermons.
Hitmonchan, we just saw in that last... the battle before the last one. Hitmonchan kind of popped off. Crawdaunt dragged the entire game back. And then we also had M1 on with Galarian Articuno talking about how ridiculous that competitive and agility was.
Crawdaunt on the board. Drac lost that game.
Yeah, that's true too. Everybody else won their game. Drac lost that game. So I'm scared when Drac wins.
M1's on there twice. He is both 5 and 6 with Articuno and Lopunny splitting the uprights with the kills on his team that match.
Yep. And I do like right now how Bick doesn't have everything underneath 3 kills listed.
No.
That makes a lot of sense.
We only need a top 10 tops.
Yeah, we really only need
all of
the
them
top
was
10.
crazy.
Definitely. Going all the way down was probably way too much work.
Although I hope he's probably tracking it elsewhere because he has to.
He's got the big league doc stat.
Oh yeah, that's right. The big one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that at some point as well.
Yeah.
But obviously it's week 1, no storylines yet. But having 5 KOs total at week 1 is you're probably gonna be on top of the leaderboard for a while.
Not on top, but you will at least be in it for a good long running. Like 5 kills is a lot when most
for a
people
few
get
weeks,
like 1 or 2.
We'll see Gardevoir and Excadrill be in here, definitely.
Oh yeah, especially with my plans. Yeah.
I like to hear that. And let's talk about some of the standings. Obviously, not much has happened. We did talk about
it's just week 1.
Kyle and James both at +5, both leading their respective divisions. Bick and Tristan tied in the Giraffary division at +2. M1 leading the Miltank division with that +3 from that Galarian Articuno. And Thomas and Mike, you guys are also tied.
Yes, we are.
So it's a couple ties in the division, and then a couple of +5s. So nothing too crazy to talk about as far as standings go. But this is the fun part. The fun part. We get to talk about the schedule next week. Oh, and I have to make a new document too. Oh
yeah, we never did our picks last week, by the way.
Oh, we didn't do our picks last week. Oh,
yeah, we forgot about it in the team breakdown.
Yeah, that's okay.
And you know what? Joe even told me, and I was like, yeah, I'll message Jim, and we'll do it. And then
I literally didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We can start at this point because neither of us got points, so it doesn't really matter.
Correct.
So, going into week 2, we have James versus Mitch.
James.
I'm picking James as well.
It's 2 weather teams.
Yes, it is 2 weather teams. The battle of the weathers. I think that James is going to bring coughing this week. I see it happen.
Every week we're going to say it.
Vividly. I see. Maybe he just drafted coughing to have it on the team card. He's only going to use 10 mons.
I love it.
But yeah, no, I'm going to vote James. James was really, really dominant versus Murphy. I think James's team is just probably overall a little bit better.
It's going to be... James is normally the one who helps Mitch, so...
Gotcha. So Mitch is going to have to maybe do it on his own. Going to have to go to another party to potentially help with some team building or scrimmaging.
Oh, Mario has already been messaged, I'm sure.
Oh, nice. So we'll see. I think that it's definitely possible for Mitch. I don't think it's
possible,
out of the
but
realm of possibility with Barraskewda in the rain.
But James is a problem.
But James is definitely a problem. Myself versus Murphy.
I'm gonna have to take you.
I got strats. Murphy,
Strats on strats.
Murphy, you better watch out. I'm going all radical red in this dude.
Strats on strats.
Yeah, be careful. Bick versus Hunter.
I'm gonna have to take Bick.
I think I'm also gonna take Bick. just because, we've seen Bick's team. Dragapult Mega Mawile scares me a lot, but I don't know. I don't sleep on Hunter. I wouldn't be surprised if this falls either way.
I'm not sleeping on Hunter. I just know that Bick he plans for everything.
Yeah. I think this could
Except for
definitely go
missing.
either way. But I think you're right. I think I'm going to take Bick for now. Dan v. Tristan.
I don't think I can pick Dan. I think it has to be Tristan.
I think I'm also going to pick Tristan. We haven't had anything different yet, but
we're
it's
sleeping.
okay. It's okay. We got a couple doozies coming up, I think.
Oh yeah.
Manny versus M1.
I'm actually gonna take Manny here.
You say that
I liked
like
M1's win. I liked M1's win, but I really think his win relied a lot on tilting Jack. Was it Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he relied a lot on Jack getting tilted.
I think I'm also gonna take Manny. Even though I like M1's team's odds versus Manny, I think that overall Manny will probably just play a little more by the books, a little more patient.
I mean,
Probably
I told
a little
Manny to
better
go get a dark type, and he didn't do it. So
maybe he just gets bodied by freezing glare. Maybe we'll see another freeze next week. Who knows?
another freezing glare. Yes.
Dave versus Jack. I'm going with Jack.
God damn it.
I fully believe in Jack. He wants to bounce back. He doesn't like starting off at 0-1.
And I have to pick Jack.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Thomas versus Kyle. Mike.
So this is a conference cup for me, so it means a lot. But like, Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Probably Kyle.
Kyle.
Drag versus Rob. What do you think, dude? I don't know, man. I'm kind of in Bobby's camp, man.
I don't know. After how Rob played that game, I think Drac. Like, I don't think Rob is gonna stall out Drac's trick room like Thomas did.
I think that Rob's team overall, I think his team comp's better. I think I'm just gonna give it to Drac though as well. I want to believe so hard, but it's also week 2. There's no
Right.
storylines yet. You got to go with the safe bets.
Right.
Mike versus Dylan.
Oh, I'm picking myself.
Picking
I got
yourself.
faith. I gotta pick myself.
All right. See,
Dylan is one hell of an opponent, but I have to pick myself.
there we go. I'll pick Dylan.
All right,
I'll
do your
pick
thing.
Dylan's my boy. I think that
I'm not offended.
Dylan can squeeze some stuff out. And last but not least, Lebo versus LCD.
I need Lebo to win it. I'm picking Lebo.
I'm gonna
I
go
think
with
he's
LCD.
gonna be tilted from his loss.
I think that LCD, he's made some changes to his team, and I think that specifically with his new pickups, he's gonna do pretty solid versus Lebo's Rain and Sun team.
I hope Lebo brings both Rain and Sun in the same game.
But that about does it for this week's Inside the PFL. Definitely a little bit on the longer side, just because we had so much to get through, so much to talk about. It is the first week of the season, but next
It
week
is.
we got a whole bunch of lovely stuff going on.
It's gonna be. I think it might actually be the most important week of the season next week, as our guest star has already said.
Your guest star did say that, and I think he might be right, because it seems to me it will be the most important week. Of
Easily.
the
I mean,
whole season. There's no question.
There's people who don't want to be 0-1 right now. They're pissed off about their loss. They're gonna come back strong. There's people who are 1-0 who have to prove that they didn't win on a fluke.
Yeah,
That
there's
they
a lot.
are
There's some of
undefeated
that.
material.
This is the first week of the Conference Cup as well. This sets the bar.
Yeah.
This decides next season. Like,
Yeah, this
already.
decides my draft next season.
Yeah, this is the most important week of the season.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. It's a little bit late. I gotta edit.
It
this
is
whole
late.
thing. Not tonight, but eventually.
Eventually. You'll get it eventually.
It has been real, y'all. Tune in next time for Inside the PFL Season 12 for Week 2.
Week 2. See you guys.
Heck yeah. See you at the broadcast, losers.
Nerds.